For Lawler, he went from showcasing his talents here at Kenan Stadium behind me to trading in the football field to the big screen. For these college students, all they need to do is either manipulate their IP address or download illegal offshore betting apps. All you need is just your smartphone. By making this app think that I'm in a different location, all I need to do now is pick a few of my favorite basketball games for the night and go down here to my betting slip. Then I just need to click the button, place my bet. And if I was to submit that betting slip right there, then I would have committed a crime right here in the state of North Carolina. Here at West Henderson High School, they put together one of the best yearbooks in the nation, capturing many of the great moments that happen throughout a school year. But the question is, what do you do when the classrooms are empty and the students are at home, using walls and even streets as their canvases, hoping to spread messages of joy as well as bring awareness to issues going on not only in this city, but across the nation right now? And it's rained since about 8 o'clock this morning, so talking to county officials, they say their biggest worry is about roads icing over. As you can see right behind me here on Pennsylvania and North Mills, these roads are completely wet. And if the temperatures drop, these roads could be icy by tomorrow morning. Yeah, guys, you're exactly right. There's been a lot of struggles for both teams to start the season, especially on the offensive end here at Carolina. But I think at the end of the day, we all know this is one of the best rivalries in college basketball, let alone all of college sports. Yeah, behind me at the Carolina Art Space right here, this is one of 3 locations here on campus that students be tested for COVID-19. Officials say it's taking about 30 hours for these students to get their results back. And for many of these students, they're having to be tested at least once a week, and for many of them, twice a week.
Going all the way back to the woods is our family property.
Julius Tillery's farm in Garysburg, North Carolina covers more than 120 acres, and you can find greens, tomatoes, and soybeans growing in gardens across the land. And as you approach the back 40 acres, you'll find a white sea of cotton plants. Tillery is a 5th-generation cotton farmer with family roots in the business going as far back as the early 1900s. That's when Reverend D.L. Tillery bought the rights to the land that remain in the family to this day.
Well, it's very important to me because I know how much sacrifice was made. So I just wanted to take what my ancestors have done before me and try to utilize it to take it to the next level to help my family, my community, and my people who feel supported and empowered by Black cotton.
After earning his bachelor's degree in economics from UNC Chapel Hill, Tillery decided to head back home and help out with the daily tasks around the farm. But he imagined something bigger than cultivating crops, and in 2016, he began his own business, Black Cotton.
Many Black people that I knew was farming, many Black families that used to raise cotton, I saw they were dwindling off. And when I started to look around, I realized I was one of the last Black farmers that I knew left in the cotton business. So I wanted to bring a little bit of awareness to that, but I also wanted to have a marketable name that catches people's attention. Nothing's more opposite than the color white from Blacks.
Among the first people Tillery reached out to about the idea was his childhood best friend, Jamal Garner.
He was like, JD, man, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something different. I'm going to change the game up.
The two went to work designing wreaths, ornaments, and bouquets that featured the raw product that for so many years had been used more in traditional products. They coined the phrase Black cotton is the new rose, and people were starting to take notice.
So when people see the cotton, it's like, hold on, what is this? Like, hold on, wait a minute. That's cotton? Because when you look at these products, you probably really don't put my face or Julia's face with it. Someone had told me, man, it look like an old white woman made this, man. It's beautiful stuff. I would never thought you did it. But that's the beauty, again, of being an artist.
Tillery and his group at Black Cotton are working to change the narrative around a crop that for so many generations post-slavery carried such a negative connotation with it. But instead, he's trying to use this plant as a message of empowerment.
I just want to give us a new spirit. We shouldn't constantly hold on to negative energy about something that we can't control. Like if we know that this is considered a poverty crop, then maybe let's change the perspective so this is a wealthy crop.
Tillery says his goal is to continue to grow his brand and empower other Black farmers along the way. I'm Josh Connor, reporting.
Welcome to the Rusty Bucket. We are open for business.
Here at the Rusty Bucket, a staple in downtown Apex, every customer is greeted with a welcoming hello.
Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good.
and before they leave, a warming goodbye.
Thank you so much. Come back and see us. Y'all have a great day.
That's how it's been for 17 years. Whether they'll make it to 18 years is an open question. Pam and Mac Thorpe opened the Cozy Country Store together in 2004, combining Pam's eye for design with Mac's skill as a craftsman. Once they opened the doors to the shop, they never looked back.
As long as we are upright and we feel good and we still have a passion for it, we'll be here. I want us to do this as long as we can.
The two have created bonds with the locals in Apex, turning their store into a home for the community. They even have a nickname for their loyal customers.
They're bucket heads. They're people that we get to know as friends, and we learn about their families and successes and achievements and sometimes failures that the families have.
The couple has worked hard to grow what they once described as their dream away from the corporate life. The Rusty Bucket has won several awards, such as the 2007 National Retailer of the Year presented by Country Business Magazine and the 2012 Small Business of the Year from the Apex Chamber of Commerce. But 2020 has been tough on the country store. Pam and Mac had to shut down the store for 80 days in the spring due to COVID.
That was stressful, because you still got your rent, you still got your utilities. Mac actually did a lot of research on the PPP and the IDLE programs, and so if it weren't for those, we wouldn't have been able to pay our rent for those 3 months. It was very stressful. It still is somewhat. You still got to make up for those almost 3 months that you had no revenue coming in.
The Rusty Bucket is among the many businesses here in downtown Apex that were economically affected by the pandemic this year. And after 17 years of business, Pam and Mac say without a Christmas miracle this year, they may have to close these doors come January.
We'd like to double our sales if we could. We absolutely need to do that to survive. If we don't, we won't survive. And we talk about that so that we're aware of what the risks are. You just can't assume that it's not there, because it is there. And so you accept it and deal with it, but don't let it hold you back.
With their spring and summer merchandise stored away until next year, the couple turn their attention to the Christmas season. And while the financial stress is there, Mac says all they can do is hold on to the hope.
A Christmas miracle, having faith that it's going to work out. That's a Christmas miracle to me.
I'm Josh Connor, reporting.